are today at the World Cup. There's really 4 games left, but nobody cares about the third place game. I guess
Why do they even do it?
better. You know what the crazy thing about that game is? Because there's no pressure at that point. The third place game, I think the last like 5 or 6 times has been an over. It's always like 4-3 or like
Yeah, because the teams probably don't care.
yeah, they're just like every third place result in World Cup history. Let's go through and see here. 2-0, 3-0, 3-2, 3-1, 3-2, 2-1, 4-0, 2-1, 4-2, 3-2, 2-1. That's back to 1978. 6-3, 3-1, 2-1, 4-2. Yeah, it's weird. It's like an all-star game, to be honest, because you do get a medal for third and stuff and whatever. But the teams don't care. And this one I think will be a little bit different because if I was, I don't know, Messi, say Argentina loses today, and Messi says Argentina, by the way, went from -125 to +100 today. If I was Messi, I'd be like, I'm playing this. I got PSG, any of these guys, the bigger name stars, I'm sure will probably say, look, just get me back to whatever. It's interesting that this year that they are playing it, but yeah. And usually there's some goals in it, so they're usually pretty fun games. But I'll watch it because I'll have that on and the championship game on, or the championship on. Actually, probably I think I have a game to cover Saturday morning, so I probably won't even bother with it. But that's for the weekend. Today is Argentina and Croatia, and Argentina +100. Croatia +370, draw 210. Right now, the double chance is up to -118. So when I talked earlier in the morning, it was basically even Croatia and draw or Argentina. Now you got to pay a little bit more juice if you're going to take Croatia and draw. Have you? Do you have? What do you have this on Big Al and Pick Advisor right now?
Yeah, I have a premium play up.
Okay.
For it, but doesn't mean we can't talk about the game.
Yeah, what are your thoughts here?
Honestly, I don't love the game, and I don't even know what to think because
now Argentina just went to -108. I guess the lineups just came out.
You got Pepe crying like a little baby, saying he can throw everything he has on Argentina to win the World Cup because he's convinced it's fixed now.
Well, that ref got sent home, by the way.
Did he really?
Yes.
Because he missed that. That was a penalty. I gotta say,
what? I don't know. I mean, one of them probably was no. What's his name? Di Maria. It's Messi and Alvarez with Paul behind them. Paredes, Fernandez, McAllister.
Rodrigo de Paul is lucky he's even playing because I don't know what you thought of that kick into the Netherlands bench. Yeah. I thought that was an automatic red card. And even if it's not a red card, I think you could give him a double yellow for the foul and then another yellow for kicking the ball right into the bench after.
Yeah. No, it's. Look, there's a little stuff behind it. I personally, I've thought about this. There's been so many things I've gone through my mind since the quarterfinals, or since before the quarterfinals. I thought they're setting it up for Messi and Ronaldo. I thought that, there's just different things. To be honest, now to me. I think Argentina probably wins the game, but to me, I mean, I think it could be a rematch of the 2018 final. I think it's going to be France and Croatia. I think this game goes to extra time. That's the first thing.
Yeah, I gave out Croatia +0.5 as a free play, and that was like a big reasoning why. Like, can you really trust Argentina to win it in the 90 minutes?
Yeah, no, I don't. look, the crazy thing is this over under is great is 2. Under 2, over 2 minus 124. I don't know how good this team is. Like, how good is this team right here? There's no Martinez has been like the best defender in the Premier League since he's come in for Manchester United. He's changed the whole team around since he's come in, and there's no spot for him. They play Christian Romero and Nicolas Otamendi, who always have a mistake in them. Paredes, DePaul, if they keep Messi out of the game, to be honest, the danger person for me is Alvarez. I know Messi is Messi, but he's going to be surrounded by Kovacic and Brozovic and Modric. Vardy is a monster. The keeper's good. To me,
him in that face mask.
You just come on, bro. You're over here.
The
like
Batman
to me,
mask.
The double chance double chance now is minus 112 and Argentina's minus 107. So you get 2 of the 3 outcomes or 1 outcome for the same price. I mean, and I said this earlier, it's not as simple as, it's 67% chance or whatever. It's not that simple, obviously, but in a game where I'm looking at it and I'm saying this line should be close to Argentina should be plus 130 and Croatia maybe should be 300. If you're going to give me 2 of the outcomes for the same price as 1 of the other outcomes, I got to probably take it. It's offering me value, and I don't know. That's what I took. I took. It's interesting because I bet Croatia and draw and France and Argentina and draw and France. So I did it in a way where I'm going to make money either way that I do it. But I have more on Croatia and draw in France.
Yeah. See, the thing that bothers me about this game is, there's no doubt in my mind, Argentina is the better team.
The more talented team.
Yeah. And do I think Argentina is great? No, I don't think either team is really good, if I'm being honest with you. But the thing that bothers me is, Croatia is not going to come with the intent to win the game. And that's what's bugged me about them and Morocco this entire tournament. They don't try to win games. They're going to try and drag it out to penalties because that's their best chance of beating Messi and Argentina. It's their best chance. You got to drag. That's what they did with Brazil. And they're just gonna try and defend. They're gonna crowd the box. They're gonna try and keep Messi out of the box, make sure that they can't get shots through. And that's why I'm with you on the double chance. I think this could be 0-0 going into the 120th minute.
I think there's a pretty good chance of that happening. To be honest, the keeper's been so good. I think there's a chance Croatia could steal this game 1-0 and just regular time, get a dodgy goal or something like that. Just the way they've been defending. I don't see when I look at the game tomorrow, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't. It's not the same to me. I don't see. I know how good Morocco's been playing and Amrabat and all this stuff. They're banged up, and I just don't. I don't think they're going to be able to shut France down. And, everybody said that about Portugal and whatever, but they have that pace on the outside on both sides. I just don't think they're going to be able to shut them down for 90 minutes. So Morocco's going to have to score in that game.
France is a scary team, and they're scary because they don't look very scary when they play. But I don't know how they don't dominate games, but they're so good. It's crazy.
You got Dembele on this side who's scared, really. I mean, he's got pace. You got pace on the outside on both sides. So they last game, Walker had to sit back and just protect that that whole flank, because if Walker got forward, which he loves to do, but he is big and strong and fast too. So he neutralized them. If he was getting forward, Mbappe would have just gone on and terrorized them. So they shut him down. First of all, I don't think Morocco has that guy. You got Dembele on the other side who does the exact same thing. So you got guys on either side that if they get loose and get into space, it's a terror on both sides. Griezmann, who's turned into this baller.
Best player on France by far in the
He's
tournament.
unbelievable in that game. He's turned into Messi in middle of the pitch there. You got Rabiot and Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni who scored the goal and then gave away the penalty.
Love my Tchouaméni.
Rabiot, I mean, he's he's like six. He's like Marouane Fellaini. He's a monster. He's 6'2", 6'1". He's just a massive body, and he causes all kinds of problems. And then the defenders are all. Koundé is really a center back, but he's playing right back now because they don't trust Pavard. So they got 3 right backs and then a backup, a clone of Hernandez. And Lloris, he has those dodgy moments, but it's just like, but in this game, like I don't see that. Like Argentina, Alvarez is good. Messi's not going to beat you with pace. Like I just don't know if Croatia is going to be like as troubled. Either of these, that's the problem with France against any of these, like either of these teams. France is going to cause any team they play problems. You saw it with England, you saw it with in the quarterfinals. I don't know, or the thing, I forget who they played.
Poland, I think it was.
Poland. It's 3. It was 3-0. They gave
Lewandowski a pity penalty.
7 chances to score a penalty, so he didn't feel bad.
The pity penalty.
Yeah. He missed it, and then they made him kick it again. But like this game, I just don't see it. I don't think it's gonna be like that. Like Croatia right now, every time I look at this thing right here, and it's Croatia at plus 400, I'm just looking. I'm like, man, like $20 on Croatia. It's like once again, I took the double chance, but I might go in right before the game and say, I'm going to put $20 on Croatia at plus 400. I mean, you might as well at this point.
Yeah, and I'm totally with you on the fact that Croatia could end up stealing this game because I've talked a lot about the defensive flaws on this Argentina side. Going into that Netherlands game, I mentioned how you could see those defensive issues against Australia. They almost blew that lead, and I said it would come back to bite them against the Netherlands. Obviously, they got through the Netherlands, but they blew a 2-0 lead with 10 minutes to go in that match. And with that second goal, that set piece was just so beautiful. It's like he read my mind as I was watching it because they had just missed one earlier from that same position a few minutes before. So I was like, don't go for the kick. You need like a little through ball nobody's expecting right beside the wall, and that was exactly what happened. But those are the kind of defensive issues I'm talking about for this Argentina side. So I could 100% see Croatia, sneaking a goal on the counterattack, or even if they fall behind in this match, it wouldn't shock me if they tied it up on a counter because Argentina is they have those issues on defense.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
And especially with your Lisandro Martinez out now, it's going to be even shakier.
I don't understand that. I mean, at this point now, I hope they keep him in cotton. I hope they lose and keep him in cotton wool at this point, so he gets back and can play next week. You see what's happening to some of these other teams. I mean, Dalot, got injured at the end of that game. He had to go off with a hamstring injury, and Manchester United plays a week from today in the Carabao Cup, which isn't, whatever. I think they could play anybody in that game against Burnley. I don't know if Burnley's going to play everybody because they're trying to get back into the league. But
you guys are going for Gakpo. Now you're going for Gonzalo Ramos. You'll be fine.
No, today there's a rumor that Karim Benzema might sign.
What?
He's running his contract down. He wants more money. They said he might go to PSG and Manchester United. Imagine him going to Manchester United.
Woo. Imagine him going to PSG.
Oh, it's crazy. That would be interesting. Because he still has it, I think. He's still banged up, but for United, they need that one guy. That's who they need, a guy like that. It doesn't necessarily need to be Benzema. I wish they would have got. It was between Real Madrid and Benzema in 2009, and I think Real Madrid just offered the agent more money because we weren't paying agents at that point. And just imagine him on United for the last 15 years, just ridiculous. But I just. To me, there's just different things. I don't really like the goal scorer markets today. Messi at plus 150. I don't know who's going to score for Croatia. Kramaric has 2 goals. Like they don't score a lot of goals. There's no, plus 500, but it's, kind of to me is a little bit of a waste. You're probably better off with other stuff. Mike Leach died. I don't know. Obviously, you have Kyler Murray has torn ACL.
Yeah, I saw that right when it happened. I knew it right away when he was anytime a player clutches their knee, I'm like ACL.
Non-contact, yeah. You know what the thing too, like I was about to bet that game. The game was minus 2.5, and then he got injured on this third play, and the line went to 6.5, and I was trying to put a bet in, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna, because they played, the Cardinals actually did play well in the first half, and then they got blown out in the second half. But
they're better with Colt McCoy.
Yeah, they're done. That guy's gonna get fired, I think.
Yeah, they're holding that. It's okay. I don't even care about the Cardinals anymore. I'm buying a Baker Mayfield jersey, and I'm defecting to the Rams.
It's like me and the Broncos. I can't be bothered right now.
Nope, I'm buying a Baker Mayfield jersey. I'm defecting to the Rams, Sean. After that Thursday performance, I gotta back my guy.
That was crazy. Do you have any other plays today, or is it just a soccer day? I don't know. I mean, look at other stuff. I mean, to be honest, I know there's basketball on tonight, but I don't care.
Yeah, for basketball, like I was looking at the Bucks because Golden State is terrible on the road. It worries me a bit because Middleton and Drew Holiday might be out, but I still think the Bucks are the better team. The Warriors haven't been great on the road. And then the other one I was looking for was the Suns. Again, it makes me weary because Devin Booker's out for the Suns, but I think this is a good spot.
So bad though, right?
Yeah, the Rockets, they just upset the Bucks at home because their coach was away for that game, attending his father's funeral because of the death of Paul Silas. And obviously, they beat the Bucks. They won that one for coach. But now I think it's a letdown spot for them at home. Like they've been playing well at home, but I expect the Suns, they're going to be hungry. They've lost like 4 or 5 straight.
-6. I mean, that's interesting.
It was -5 last night, so it's even moved up a point.
Yeah, let's see. The Suns have what have they done lately? 4 in a row, 5 of 6. The only win against San Antonio. They actually annihilated San Antonio. Actually lost to Houston to start the streak with 122, 121.
So there you go, revenge spot. Close loss like that.
Pelicans and Jazz. Yeah, Celtics. I know Celtics play the Lakers tonight.
Oh, they got destroyed last night by the Clippers.
Who, the Celtics?
Yeah, they got absolutely dismantled by the Clippers last night.
Wow, 21-7. They're starting to.
And now they're on a back-to-back. They got dismantled in Golden State the other night too.
Pelicans 7 in a row. Wow.
Yeah, they're
Grizzlies
good.
6 in a row. Sacramento Kings. Yeah, I as soon as this World Cup ends, I'll probably start to focus a little more. We went through college basketball with Jim earlier, and he's just like, all these Gonzaga's got 3 losses, North Carolina's got 4 losses, but like, everyone's like, oh, what's wrong with all these teams? They just don't care. These games, they don't matter. They're gonna go into their conference, and Gonzaga's not gonna lose, and they're gonna be in the Final Four. North Carolina is gonna be fine by the time the tournament comes around. These guys it's like the NBA when you're playing these games. You're 4th of a 5-game road trip and nobody plays. Everybody's bored. But I think starting in January when some of this the World Cup's done and everything, and you start kind of focusing more on that, I'll probably start looking at that a little more. But I've been writing a lot of these stories about the Carabao Cup and some of these other tournaments that are coming up because let me see if I can find it. EFL Cup. I don't have the line. Oh, yeah, they do have the lines. Because the games are next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's 4 games there's 4 games on Tuesday. I guess they moved some of these games around. 3 games on Wednesday and 1 on Thursday. I thought it was only supposed to be 2 games on Tuesday, but you got a day off on Monday after the World Cup final, and you got these games right here, and some interesting lines: Newcastle, Southampton against Lincoln City, Wolves minus 670 against Gillingham. Should Wolves be minus 670 against any team on the planet at this point? I think I could put 11 guys together, and we could probably, maybe keep it close against Wolves.
Probably. They're not going to try to win the match. They'll just be there for the draw.
Yeah, Brighton against Charlton Athletic. It's interesting. Charlton Athletic is still in the tournament. Once again, I saw them in the first round against QPR. They won in penalties, and they were losing basically the whole game and scored like really, really late. The guy that we went with is a Charlton fan, and he keeps saying you got to come to the game. You got to come to the game. You're the good luck charm. So, I'm probably not going to get there, but it is at Charlton Athletic. I think it's called the Valley or something. United plays Burnley, who's leading the championship. And the big game on next Thursday is City and Liverpool. So that'll be good. I don't know. Have you started to look at that? Or the other thing is, show you this.
Cup matches are not my speed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The Copa del Rey is like, Copa del Rey, there's 28 matches on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it's all the little teams playing. So,
oh, wow.
Copa del Rey, all the little teams get the home field until whatever round. So, you got these 3rd and 4th division teams hosting like Real Madrid. Let's see if I can find it.
I mean, I guess it's a way to make it popular. You're in the 4th division, but you can go see your team play one of the big boys.
Yeah, just kind of like, where is it? CD Dio Casano playing Getafe. It's just they let Guadalajara in. Wow, playing Elks. They kind of come all the way over to Mexico to play that game. That's a little crazy.
Why is Guadalajara in it?
I think it's probably Guadalajara, Spain or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Ibiza against Ibar. And we know from Cadiz that it's Ibiza.
Ibiza.
And then UD Ibiza. They're playing even smaller teams, so they didn't even get a team. They didn't even hold team. Sevilla on the road. I'm not sure if the big boys are in it this round yet. Girona, Celta Vigo, Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid's in it, so maybe Barcelona and Real Madrid don't come in till the next round.
Yeah, Atletico Madrid's not really one of the big boys.
Not anymore. They're like plus 20,000 to win.
And now like seeing Griezmann play for France, it's almost like he's being wasted away over there.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's
easily France's best player in the tournament by far.
I think there's going to be some movement here after this tournament. I think, usually, that's the other thing, for people that watch soccer, in the World Cup in the summer, it's like, there's the World Cup and then there's like a dead, I'm not, MLS is still playing, but who cares? But there's a dead period. MLS is only playing 1 day a week because they got 17 games scheduled on Saturday. So usually there's that dead period of 6 weeks. Now there's not. I mean, right away on Tuesday, you got all these cup games to stream, and maybe not. You're going to bet them all, but the streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the next weekend is the Premier League is back, and then midweek, the following week, the La Liga is back. So there's no break now. So the crazy thing, the viewership numbers have been like out of control. I mean, they've been crazy in US. The most watched games in history of ever. I think the England USA game was maybe the most watched game ever. I know the England France game was watched by like 40% of England. Like everybody's watching it now because it's the winter and there's it's colder. It gets dark early. I mean, you sit there and you're like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to go outside. So they've been watching these games. People are excited to see if that carries over into the viewership. I know NBC is carrying the games on the Premier League when it comes back on Boxing Day. It has 4 different windows: 7:30, 10, 12:30, and then 3. And then the first 3 games are all on NBC, which they never are. Usually it's just the 12:30 game. So I think they're trying to push this, now, and I think they'll probably be pretty successful with it because this tournament obviously has been pretty good. So we'll see how it goes. And you got any other plays going on today?
No, not really. I didn't really like the board too much today.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get through today and tomorrow, and then just this game on Sunday, and then regroup next week. All right, so I gotta say thanks to all the people watching on Twitch. The Twitch people, you're always there. So we'll be back tomorrow, same time, right before the game kicks off for the best lines for you for France Morocco game. And if you're playing today, good luck. And make sure you go over to Pick Advisor and BigAl.com right now if you want Amedeus' premium play. You got a half hour before the match starts, so you got some time. And then obviously there's always got hockey and basketball and all this other stuff, Korean baseball and everything.
Korean baseball.
I think it's the off season soon, right?
Sorry?
The season starts soon, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it's like February it starts or something like that. It's right after Christmas normally, I think.
Nice.
Something like that.
All right. We will see you tomorrow.